Hello and welcome, all friends and devotees of yoga and meditation. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Today is Friday, the 21st of August, 2015. Friday, the 21st of August, 2015. We'll begin our research, our discussion forum on Buddhism as an education, which were the findings of Grandmaster Ching Kong. For those who may have any comments or questions, my contact email address is c.aburime@hotmail.com. or Color College, color spelled British, COLOUR, Color College @hotmail.com. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm just going to begin this morning. We are on the 5th section of our discussion, lecture and discussion forum. So feel free, if you have any questions, just feel free to contact me. It's as simple as all that. Our objective here is to further Grandmaster Ching Kong's observation and discovery. He had to do a lot of research into the past, into the root of Buddhism, to really discover who is Buddha, how did Buddhism start, what was it like. This is nearly 3,000 years ago, 2,600 years ago. Master Ching Kong did very detailed research and discovered, he studied Chinese government, Indian government, Buddhism, Confucianism, Taoism, and it was established. It has been discovered, it was discovered by him that Buddhism is not a religion at all. A lot of modern researchers and folks who have studied Buddhism, they just misconstrued everything, and everything just became sort of misunderstood. And then Buddhism was given a wrong image of a religion, which is not. And then Buddha was even given a very wrong image as a god, which is not. So I, as a scholar and as a teacher, I always tell people the best way to see the error here is to figure out, I'm a computer programmer and software developer by profession. So I always try to, the best way I try to teach it is to tell people to imagine Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the richest man in the world. He lives right here in the United States, and he's a computer architect. He's one of the greatest computer software developers of all time and computer giants of all time here. And just imagine if folks came and said, well, Bill Gates is God, and Microsoft is a religion, computer science is a religion, computer programming is a religion, and Bill Gates is the god of that religion. That will really be absurd. Just imagine how stupid that will sound. And that's exactly how stupid and absurd it sounds when people say Buddhism is a religion and Buddha is a god. You see, Buddha is just like Bill Gates, and Buddhism is just like Microsoft. This is the best way you can have folks in our time to picture it, so they can see that the Buddha was a teacher, and he taught, fantastic work that was going to help people, humanity, to overcome suffering. It's not a religion. He was not worshipped. He is not a god. He is a professor teaching people how to overcome suffering of life, period. And once you've understood that, we'll be able to proceed in this discussion forum and lecture. Let's proceed briefly with Chapter 5, the integration of Confucianism and Buddhism. Buddhism successfully merged into Chinese culture. They became inseparable. The basic concept that they share is to give up one's own interest for the sake of others. Confucianism and Buddhism advocate the enhancement and glorification of filial piety, the respect and devotion of an individual for their parents and teachers. Filial piety is a major element in accomplishing world peace. What is education? What is education? It is the meaning and the value of human life, the relationships between human beings as well as those between humans and the universe. Confucian teaching encompasses three main points. First, it is important to understand the relationship between humans. Once this is understood, we will learn to love people. Second, it is important to understand the relationship between humans and heaven. Once this is understood, we will learn to respect heavenly beings and spirits. Third, it is important to understand the relationship between humans and the environment. Look at my environment. Once this is understood, okay, we will learn to take care of the environment. Just look at how beautiful my environment is. Look at how beautiful. Look at the flowers. Look at the beautiful flowers around me. So this is what Buddhism and Confucianism, this is what we are talking about here. Just try to follow and understand. And to appreciate every single thing around us. It says, there are 4 studies within Confucian teachings. Speech, skills for learning a living, and the arts. The teaching of virtue is the core of Confucianism. It is absolutely crucial, for without morality and proper conduct, we become selfish and concerned only with ourselves at the expense of society. Such behavior can result in world chaos. Today, our education has lost that emphasis. Schools only teach skills that are superficial and not the root of education. When the root is rotten, it shakes the foundation of society and causes the chaos that we are experiencing today. Elementary schools are like the root of education. Junior highs, high schools, and colleges are the flowers and leaves. Teachers and professors can start teaching filial piety to our children as early as possible. By looking at the way Chinese characters were created, we cannot but admire our ancestors' high level of wisdom and enlightenment. We thank them for having given us something that is so valuable and exquisite. The Chinese character piety embraces the spirit of Buddhism and the foundation of education, as it is a combination of the characters for old and son. Nowadays, people talk about the generation gap between parents and children, which is something traditional families did not have. In the Chinese tradition, not only the father and the son, one unit, grandfathers and grandsons, etc., are all part of the same continuum. This is a unique concept. Westerners often ask why Chinese people pay respect to ancestors since we barely know them. The remembrance of our ancestors is the foundation of Confucianism and Buddhism, which is the source of harmony in society and peace in the world. Folks, it's my wish that you contemplate on this. Let us begin by contemplating on these verses. I'll be right back, folks. Just a minute. Have a pleasant day.